All right, back with week 16 against the Giants. Big loss last week in Kansas City to the Chiefs. Knocked us back to 9-5. We're tied now with San Diego. Uh, Chargers, actually. Yeah, we're tied with the Chargers at 9-5, and Kansas City's got a one-game lead. Anything can happen, but it looks like Kansas City will probably win the division. And if we win out, beat the Giants, beat the Bengals, control our own destiny, we'll get the first wild card spot with a shot at the division, but it's an outside shot at this point with the Kansas City loss. So we're gonna travel up to East Rutherford here and take on the Giants, try to get these 2 wins in a row and get locked in. So here we go. All right, it's on. Raiders at the Giants.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They're losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A look at the starters down the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
3rd play here in this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down. I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive, you got to pick that one up.
Well, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
29. 29.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Carr got an open man. It's Washington. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Good job, D.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? It was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Man, it's complete. Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey,
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
6-18.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. They juked him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Well, they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Well, here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now, I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'll take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
You ain't doing nothing.
On second down now. It's Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
17 yards and a giant first down.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Walk 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Second down and inches. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago. 7 catches, 55 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
I got you. Ready, go.
They'll try to run with Hunt. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on fourth down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick. Right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Or in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Let's see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
I'm coming.
On second and 9. Carr. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Come on now, let's go.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Carr. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Hey, baby, up day. Don't throw this way.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Go.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this game, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll get him down past the 15. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving and past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I'm coming.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
That one is caught by Hunt. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Check 55, Mike. 93. Mike, 55.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll loop to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now on 1st down. Got his man, it's Williams. And inside inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Here we go.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. And they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is caught by Watkins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Looking to throw.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2nd and 4. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
To throw, it's called. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
55 is my guy, 55.
Throwing now is called. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Paul. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
93. 93. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
On 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coach with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Got the field goal here at the
Okay,
end.
Brandon, thank you very much.
Gotta
Some
give the
critical
ball up